Man, it has been a minute since I've talked to you guys last. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I've got the car out finally. It's been a long time, and I'm going to go over some of what I've been going through over this summer and during this past storm season. Hopefully everyone's all right that's watching this, and my fellow Florida peeps. And we're also going to make this a little bit of a fun video, just a real quick back to it type of video. We're going to talk about 5 things that I love about the MK3 Supra, particularly mine, but this will apply to pretty much all the other ones. So thank you guys for joining me again, and let's get to it. So I've actually had a lot of stuff going on. The car has been great. It actually did have a small oil leak that actually turned into a little bit bigger of a leak than I cared to see. It actually ended up being one of the oil cooler lines, the factory lines, which is old and breaking down. So it was something that is a fairly simple fix. I just didn't really have a ton of time to mess with it. But after finally sucking it up and putting it up on the jack stands, I was able to figure it out, find the right size hose and parts that I needed. And once I replaced that, I tested it, did an oil change on the car, and everything turned out great. So that took me a lot of time to do, just because of, we had summer that happened since the last time I saw you guys. We had back to school, all that stuff that I won't bore you with, but we also had 2 major hurricanes come through the area, which I'm in Tampa Bay, and that's something that we don't deal with too often. We usually get pretty lucky. This last one, Milton, I'm sure you've all heard about. I'm not going to bore you with that either, but that was some serious stuff, man. We lost power, not for a long time. I will be the first to admit, our home where we're at in Tampa Bay, we were spared, and I'm so grateful for that. We do have a lot of friends that are not so lucky, so just doing what we can to support them and to help them. The kids stepped up. I love my kids so much. They actually volunteered and helped clean up the neighbor's yard, and we have some more friends that are going to be needing our help here soon, so we'll be doing that. But this was a quick few minutes for me to get in the car after dealing with all this madness and just take the car out for a quick ride and say hello. So it's really good to drive the car for a little bit. Car did really well. I took it for an interstate ride for about 30 minutes back and then 30 minutes back here. So I pulled over and figured, you know what, it's a beautiful day. Let's just make a quick update video. So that's what this is. So one of the first things that I love so much about the MK3 Supra, well, it's the looks. The timeless 90s look. Toyota had it right. I totally love the body lines of this car. Not to mention the fact that the Targa top comes off, but that's actually another one of them, the things that I love. So we'll get to that next, but just the looks, man. This car is super dirty. It's been sitting in the garage during everything going on, but man, I love looking at it. They say the perfect car is the one that you can't walk away from without taking a look at, right? Or whatever the hell the saying is. Anytime I go somewhere, I just turn around and look at it. But just the looks, I'd say that's my number one thing about this car that I love. Just the timeless looks of this car. What do you guys think about? What's your number one? Part 2 of my favorite things, the interior. I mean, look at these couches, man. Go ahead and open this up. I actually have a little dirty spot there. Been working on the car a little bit, but yeah, just these things are super plush. You can get them in leather and obviously in cloth. This is a cloth example, but just these seats are so damn comfortable. The adjustability on these things, the headrests, just super plush. The back seats, lots of fun could be had back there, if you know what I mean. But yeah, man, just 90s look, the 80s look. Let me take out the key so this thing will stop chiming on you guys. But yeah, just the old school radio, tape player. This guy here, a little coin tray. I love it. The fact that we have gauges here. Got our turbocharger pressure gauge, got the oil pressure, fuel, all the other good stuff, right? And the most important, right there, cooling. So that's my second thing. Third, it's gonna be right up here. And actually, I don't even know if it's fair to read these things in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are just 5 things that I love. I'm changing my mind mid-video, screw it. The engine bay. What lies underneath the hood, this is where the fun happens. The engine. Straight 6, 3-liter turbocharged. Intercooled from factory, obviously. Though just the drivetrain on these cars. So fun. Such an awesome sound. Made it to, again, back to the interior, that 5-speed manual transmission. Just one of my favorite things is just a day like today, going out, nowhere to go, beautiful day, sun is coming down, and just hearing this engine, the 7M GTE, sing. That's definitely one of my favorite things about the car. Fourth thing is going to be the Targa top. Absolutely, this might be my favorite thing, shit. Just the ability to take off the Targa top, let the wind go through your hair, or in my case, my hat. Let me show you guys. Go ahead and pop the Targa, or the hatchback here. Such a cool thing that Toyota did. There you go. Targa top fits nicely back here. It's got its own special place that's latched in place. Absolutely love that. Nice and easy to take on and off. I mean, it takes a few minutes, but you'll get used to it just for these views. Absolutely love the Targa top. Finally, my favorite thing about this car is actually you guys, the community that brings along these cars bring along, I should say. Just doing this alone and this channel, starting this channel, this is really just to kind of document my fun times with the car, all the modifications and stuff. But I've heard from so many of you guys and just people reaching out, just saying nice things, and that's awesome. It actually started way back in early 2000s with the Supra forums, Supra Mania. You know, that community was for the Supras. I mean, it was just awesome from back then. And to see a lot of OGs reaching out saying, oh man, I'm so glad, you know, to see another Mark III out in the wild. I sold mine a long time ago. All those kind of stories that I hear about these things, and people that I'm still meeting today for the first time with these cars. It's so awesome to see that the community is thriving. I mean, just even things like this badge. Got to talk to the guy, I think his name is Nick, at Calamity Kids, and now believe you can get these available at Night Run Garage. Just people still doing cool stuff like that for these cars. I just think it's so cool that this platform, as old as it is, people still love it. People still push and build these cars. I think it's fantastic, and I love every bit of it. So thank you guys for watching all my videos and stuff like that. That's really cool. I am so thankful for all the comments and people just giving me hints, or not hints, giving me tips and stuff like that about the car, or tricks to fixing stuff. I've reached out to a few of you. I've made some great friends through this platform, so I really appreciate that. So yeah, I'm going to keep it short for this one, and just wanted to say thanks, and hopefully have some cool stuff coming up in the near future. So without further ado, thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you on the next video. See ya.